The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, everyone. This episode, I don't even know. There's a number somewhere. So many. We are the Whiskey Brothers. I am your host, Slade Ham. Sam Damaris seated next to me.
Hi.
Across the table from them, me, us, Jerry Wayne Longmire, and Trey Tutson. The words will come back.
He didn't aid you.
I did. I don't want to assume anymore. You get in trouble even amongst your friends.
Yeah.
I'm just bro.
We used to do this once a week, so everybody's all, your muscles are limber. You're used to doing this. Now we come in, it's like starting an old truck in the garage and Jerry knows a thing or three about that. So I want to get to where we've all been. I haven't seen you guys since we did the improv recently. Jerry and I did an episode of my show together recently. Listen.
That was a splendid day, by the way.
It really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Considering you rolled up with some Acapulco Gold.
We had a fucking legacy high, bro.
It was.
It was. You know what I mean? That's like Cheech and Chong weed. That's the stuff. That's the stuff your granddad got a blowjob to. You know what I mean? Well, not mine. Mine was Pentecostal, but maybe the other one, he was kind of a runabout. Anyways, but that's that's historical, and it was like a very heady. It hit you right like to the dome immediately, and and we just. Man, we rock and rolled for like 2 hours after that.
It was a good time, a good show, a good episode. I want to say that we talked a little bit about content creators, but I need to put an air brake on something. I don't want to shoot anybody's dreams down, but not everybody should be a YouTuber.
Okay.
Not everybody. I sold one of my drums. I had this drum set that I've slowly dismantled over the course of whatever. I sold the big bass drum. The guy comes to pick it up. This is the problem with the fucking internet and the fact that everybody has access to double click on everything. I'm just selling a kick drum, man. It's $100. You come over, you give me 520s, you take the drum, you get out of my life. I'm not doing this to make friends. So when you show up on my porch and you go, well, I see you're a fella YouTuber. The words in this fellow, the kindred spirit you think we are is already so. And he's a good dude. And I go, well, do you have a drum instruction channel? I'm making the logical leap, right? Like I'm Sherlock fucking Holmes or something. Do you have a drum instruction channel? He goes, no. He goes, I have a ham radio channel.
I bet he has a lot of followers.
What I'm about to say next is going to break your heart. He's far closer to 100,000 followers than I'll ever be.
Yeah, I guarantee.
He is doing quite well, and the problem I have with it is this. This is why I say not everyone should be a YouTuber. Ham radio is a goddamn communication device. You know where ham radio people should meet? On ham fucking radio. TikTok doesn't have a Facebook page. There is no reason for this to exist. And for you to have more followers than I do.
Yeah, but
And based on your last name.
Exactly.
You should be ham radio.
I literally, that should be the name of my channel.
It's not too late, brother.
I
The special ain't released yet.
I know.
I think you missed some shit.
So if you're watching ham radio people, cheers. We're fellow YouTubers.
How did you miss that collaboration? You could have picked up all 100,000 of his shit.
That really should have been the name of my podcast.
Yeah.
Air radio.
But also that'd be like you collaborated with Damaris Barbecue.
You think I wouldn't sell out for free food?
Yeah.
I'm about to go market myself to their 40,000 followers. Trey, it's good to see you. We saw each other at the Improv. I haven't seen you guys at shows, but we worked together with Paul Odo. Chicken did a guest spot at the Houston Improv earlier in January. You murdered it, as always. Half the comments on any of my posts are always about the people who are on the show in front of me. Good job. Chicken, good job.
Good job, Chicken, for real.
Those nights are fun. What happened to your face?
Okay, well, don't say it like that. You said it.
What happened to
You
your
said
mouth?
You said don't say it like that. Either.
No, you're right. You're right.
Y'all said like I got back with Shay and I got with Shannon or something like that.
Crawled out of the wrong window.
Yeah, right? Like, what happened to your face?
The immediate.
I didn't know she was married. That's what happened to my face.
You got the jaws wired shut.
I had to get a tooth pulled. So I've been performing
Like this?
with this tooth cracked in half. Well, really in 4, and it was just bad, man. You start understanding toothpicks more. You know what I mean?
You gotta-
I gotta
every meal?
Yeah.
Get the food out of it.
So I'm trying to get it out of there, and I ate something. I don't know what I ate. I don't know what I ate. Whatever I ate, it just cracked it some more to the point where one of the teeth was wedged in between, like 2 of my teeth. So it's just in there, and it was painful, but it would settle. But then when I would try to chew or eat anything, that's when it would night again.
Uh-huh.
And I had to last night. Had to do 90 minutes with the tooth just crazy. And I was like, man, I gotta get rid of this shit. Like this gotta
Yeah.
So you just had this done today.
Yeah, I just had this done.
Oh
earlier
my
today,
God.
like,
Trey called me this morning. He's like, I was like, what's up, Kenny?
Yeah. He like, what you doing, man?
You
You
good?
got some snuff in your mouth? You know what?
It sound like you got a wet dish towel under your
Yeah.
lip.
I got self-conscious because I had a dip in. I was like,
Yeah.
do I sound like it?
So so I went and got that done, and then just going in there was wild. I appreciate an empty dentist office because it means you'll get seen quicker.
Mhm.
But
Hopefully.
also you're like,
It's not
is
like
the
an empty
work-
lunch counter.
Yeah,
It's-
it's not, and it's like, is the work good? Like, you know what I mean? It's empty in here.
But also, here's what you got.
Empty
Here's,
lunch counter can mean the same thing.
well, here's the thing about a dentist, though.
Okay.
A great dentist probably has the fewest customers because he's so good at the preventative side that he doesn't have to
That's
do
true.
the repairing side.
That's true, G.
That is the most glass half full shit I ever heard.
Yeah, that's real true.
Yeah, awfully.
I want to go to an empty dentist
Yeah,
now.
no,
That's
yeah,
fucking. I
yeah.
never in my life would have fucking had that
No.
problem.
That's me
Never.
justifying what my insurance could afford.
I was like, boy, I have never seen optimism in that corner. It's so odd.
Right, pessimist prime over here.
I didn't think
No, that's legit.
that's
Well,
pessimist.
we pessimist problem. That's
That's
good.
fucking fun.
No, I go in there though, and
primal.
it's just the lady's nice, and it's a bunch of money. It's gonna cost a lot, all that shit. So get it where it's right, and they do the X-ray, and there was an Asian doctor. He came in, he was just like
That puts me so at ease.
yeah. So
More than
Mhm.
the empty or full
100%.
dentist office.
yeah,
Chang or Patel, baby.
100.
yeah, yeah.
And also, I'll take Mbuku.
Okay.
Africans, 'cause,
You'll
like,
take an African.
Dude,
Okay.
Africans, they go
Yeah.
hard for the medical field because it gets them out.
African women.
Okay.
Oh, African woman doctor? Yeah, good
African
ass, bro.
woman doctor.
Fuck
I
yes.
have been fixed more times in my life by when I had that broken back in Africa. That woman in Djibouti fixed
Yeah.
me in ways that I didn't think medical science could repair.
Right.
And she had the gentlest, most caring ass hands. African dudes I don't know about.
To a
I've heard Dikembe Mutombo laugh.
he opened a hospital.
I've always leaned towards female doctors. Female doctors, and if they're foreign, even better.
Yeah.
But,
I feel
'cause
safer.
I think we can all agree that if you go see Dr. Smith, I want to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And,
Yeah. Nobody's.
And women,
Oh,
women
shit.
seem to know everything, so I just
So when
get tired of arguing.
when I had that's funny. Like, no, I don't need a second opinion. It's
No,
whatever you
no,
say.
you're probably fucking right.
No, cut it off. Amputate it. I don't give a shit. You right, baby.
I'll wait for you to give me my second opinion.
Yeah. No, it is my fault that truck ran into me. It is my fault.
I usually, when I get hurt or sick, I just ask Rachel what's wrong with me, and she tells me, and then I go get it validated by the lady at
Okay, she was
CVS.
right.
You know, I'm like, all right.
When I
That's what
had
thought.
when the truck flipped over and everything, and I had to go to the doctor that the post office tell you to go to.
Right.
I go to him, white guy, like a just
Oh, yeah.
whatever, Dr. McIntosh
Nah,
or
you're
whatever.
fucked.
Bro, he said, "What have you
Have
been
some
taking?"
opioids.
He goes, "What have you been taking for the pain?" I said, I've been using CBD oil." He's like, "Well, let's stop that because we know drugs, you know." And I was like, first of all, they don't even test for that. They don't do a CBD test when you go to. It's just
Right.
THC. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave because you don't even know weed. Like you don't
Yeah.
even, like you don't even know that part. So, but I got in there. The Asian dude was in there. And he looked. I mean, they did the X-ray, and he looked, and he was like, "Oh man, you just have an infection." Like meaning you don't have a tooth.
Yeah.
All this shit is infection. It's just infection all the way up.
That's what happened to me when we were overseas. I was with Dale Cheeseman. That was the Dale and Kevin Iso and everybody. We were in Italy.
Jason.
Yeah, and I cracked a tooth.
Damn.
Overseas.
Yeah.
And I had to pull that bitch myself before the show, like the cracked part that was still. It was a fuck. I had a root canal on that too, so it was.
It's the same.
Like
That's
I wasn't dealing with the nerves.
Yeah.
But I had the bone part of the tooth.
Jerry's face is just
I made Jerry Wayne squirm.
Yeah.
The dude who reads about animal dicks and changes transmissions.
That's something in the street.
The dude
that's
that
not the
fell
same
off of a
ballpark,
roof.
bro.
With
This
it,
motherfucker.
Yeah, but if you mess with my teeth, I'm gonna tell you where Rachel is. You know what I mean? Like I can't handle that. I'd like to say I'm stronger than that. I just ain't.
yeah,
You
but
know.
the teeth-
we all got a spot. Every time I watch one of those like procedural detective shows or
Yeah.
something where they have a torture scene, I always am like, could I?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh,
Like
got
I always think of what
the
point I would
cuts
give
and all
up.
that. I'm
Yeah.
good, bruh. You know.
How far could you make it through a torture?
Up to the teeth and the
Really?
I
So
think I could
you
do
could
the
lose,
finger.
you
I've
could
ripped
lose fingers?
fingernails off.
No,
before.
but could you lose a finger?
I think so. I think the shock of it takes away some of the pain. I might be wrong and find that out later.
Could you
but
handle
I've been hurt really bad, like physical injuries.
You've clearly
you
been
and
electrocuted.
yeah.
You
And
can handle that?
well, I used to just do that at work.
But,
on
but I mean,
accident.
like the car battery to the nipple thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think I could suck it up
I
for a
would
little
cough
bit.
up wrong information
Yeah, I
to
think
get
I'd
them to
lie.
stop. And
I don't
then
think
give
they-
my rescuers another chance, and then when they come back in and hit me again, I try it one more time. If they come back a third time, I'm just singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. He's over there.
Boy, I could stick to a lie, you know. But you
Yeah.
start fucking with my teeth.
I think waterboarding would be mine. My nostrils too big to be
That-
fucking with that.
That's just scary.
Did y'all get
man.
extra water?
I watched them do it to somebody, like a video of it,
Waterboarding?
and that is terrifying, bro. That I don't
That-
know
that's
I
a
could
sex
handle
act
that.
Yeah.
People are into. You know about this?
What?
There's a sex act. I'm not lying to you. It's called a Guantanamo Bay. Is like if it usually happens when a lady is fucking with the guy, either whatever, jerking him up, whatever. She's on top riding him while she's waterboarding him. Yeah. this is
What?
Like, yeah, having a shit. Yeah, it's
Why are
insane.
you surprised?
Yeah, that's not me.
Why the
That's not
fuck?
my
No,
shit.
but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like the second that shit made the news, that like we did that to people, it took milliseconds before somebody Googled it and how to do it. And
How do
whacked
we
off
come
to
to it? Yeah. How do I come to
That's-
it?
Why the fuck would you ever be surprised by that, Slade?
No.
That's
I don't like any of those guys. I'm fat. I already have trouble breathing. I don't want to play breathing games at sex. Like I've got my breathing under control. Okay, I don't need no breathing game to get off.
Like,
I'm trying to stay breathing long enough to get off. You know?
somebody whacked off while doing it in the theater during Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
it wasn't even
idea.
that. It was Harold and Kumar.
I think I could make it till that dude finished unrolling that leather pouch. And then I
Oh,
would just say
shit.
whatever
Oh,
you
we saw
wanted.
the knife.
And that's the benefit to not being too close to too many people. You know what I mean? Is ask me whatever you want.
Brother, before you even untie that, you haven't even asked me anything.
Yeah.
Let's just start from the.
Yeah.
Right? That looks like an origami knot, something artful
Right.
you're going to have to try to put back together. Leather
Yeah.
straps seem difficult before you have to go through some
Yeah.
extra effort. Who
What,
is it?
what
Because
if I'm your easiest job this week?
this really might be. Can I get a ride back if we're done in under 10? Is this
Well, the truth is, once you see that iron garage, you're like, well, this is a
That's
wrap.
what- the minute you pull the hood off,
I'll be
The hood
like,
off.
oh, this is a torture chamber.
right? The minute I'm
Man, we gotta go down there.
I wake up on a Black Widow set. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm done. What do you need to
If-
know?
If there's a cutting torch in the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
showed up with acetylene? I got to Google acetylene? No.
That dude probably on a regular basis, he hear, okay, what you want to hear?
That's
Like,
it.
that's all he hear.
Absolutely. There are only 2 uses for a meat hook.
Oh, y'all serious?
Wait, I forgot who y'all are even asking me about. Can you just?
Hold on, who you
I know a lot of stuff about a lot of people. Listen,
If
Well,
they
my
grab,
mom's old. This is
if they grab my hair and a pair of scissors,
Oh, you're Samson? to Samson.
It was Trey Tucson.
Yeah, exactly.
He don't like when you do shit to his teeth. Take him. Leave my hair alone.
He could take it. He showed up to do a podcast after they jacked with his teeth.
I was excited. I was excited to go to dinner because I was like, we're going to do it today, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, they checking everything, boom, boom. And I'm thinking I'm about to get my favorite drug of all time, which is Propofol. That is my favorite drug of all times.
Right.
Because
is that a hard cheese?
I'm sorry, hard
What-
cheese.
what is it? What is it again?
Yeah.
Propofol?
Propofol?
Propofol.
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 Is that like prophylactic?
That's why it didn't get a laugh last
That's what
night.
killed Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
The fentanyl
Propofol
killed
was
Michael
thinking.
Jackson.
Nope.
It's-
Propofol.
What?
No,
Propofol.
I don't know. I didn't.
I almost
research
said a
it.
Candace Owen line to be funny, and that wouldn't have gone over well at all. I'm glad I didn't fucking say
Well,
that.
correct. Yeah,
I'll say it off air. I'm not
Okay,
doing
no, I'm not saying say that. Correct me on whatever. So propofol killed
Propofol?
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Propofol.
No.
Anesthesia.
What killed
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Jackson was pedophile.
Pedophile. Pedophile.
Have you tried pedophile?
That was right there. That was right there. All of us miswrite it. We all missed it. Pedophile.
Jerry said, "I got a brand to protect."
I just
No, that's what they said in East Texas.
there's that pedophile before you pull my teeth.
I'm sure your race car circuit will love anti-Michael Jackson drugs.
Yeah.
Looks like it's less than 17 milligrams.
So
Yes,
I'm thinking I'm
Propofol.
finna get Propofol. I'm thinking this is my favorite drug because when my cousin passed, I got a tooth pull that week.
Like
He
in
died.
memory.
He died on a Monday, right after we did the podcast. I never forget he died, and then that Tuesday or Wednesday, I had to get it yanked out, and I took they gave me the Propofol for the anesthesia, and I had like this awesome lucid dream where I had like this last day with my cousin, and I got to say everything to him. He was gay, and I never really got to say all that shit to him. So in the dream, it was like we just talked, and I got to tell him like, "I love you, man."
You never got to say, nigga, you gay?
No, I said that a lot. I didn't need the dream. I needed the dream to apologize. This time wasn't a dream. Oh, you for real? Damn, I didn't know you was brave like that, cuz. My bad. If I knew you was serious, I would have defended you. But I thought you was bullshitting with the sucking and fucking on the men.
When Trey laughs with those teeth bared, it's terrifying, bro. It's like a motherfucker laughs before he kills you.
Yeah. So anyway, I've always had that. That's close to me. And like the chick I talked to now, she used to be a vet tech. She's like, "It's good we met later, cause I'd have just been getting you that shit. Like I'd have just been because it was at the vet.
Last time I had dental work, I wouldn't even let him give me the prescription for any
Really?
shit. Yeah, man, I got people I know people that are close to me that have just had the opioid shit. Like it's,
I see.
it was, and two, I saw Justified. You know,
Okay.
and that's like 3 seasons of that show.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's shit.
It almost
mainly
always
just the
starts
people
from
like that.
dental
Okay.
work too.
Yeah, it's just an easy. I mean, I've just seen.
It feels so good.
Yeah,
It's an easy seductress.
Yeah,
I
man.
fucked myself up a lot, and I've never gotten Propofol. Like, I got
Really?
stabbed. They
Oh,
just-
just
what
any
they
of
do,
them,
yeah, it's
Oxycontin,
morphine.
any of that
Just
stuff.
morphine.
It's
Okay.
seductive. Bro.
No,
Yeah.
man, I got it.
Opiates, they work your way in your system. They make
Now-
love to your blood, man. It's weird.
Yes, it get in that shit get in your DNA.
I don't even take them when I get hurt anymore because I same way I don't take because I was on them for 10 years.
I prefer drugs that you can't get addicted to. You know what I mean? You can eat mushrooms every day of your life, and they'll just stop working till you stop doing them.
That's true.
And then eventually you can do them again.
And if you do it again the next day, it sucks.
That's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
literally they're punitive for repetitive use.
Right,
That's
exactly.
so anyway. So
I'm hoping. I'm like, yeah, it's finna go down. I haven't had it in a while. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The first time I had it, I was like I said, I had that, and I was like, how can I have another surgery?
yeah,
Like,
this
I
how
was-
you end up pulling your own teeth, man.
Yeah.
This may be.
So I'm like, shit. So, but I go in there this time. Then I had it every time I had to get a tooth pulled. I got my wisdoms out. I was like, do y'all do the anesthesia shit? And I talked to another dead relative. So this was just my thing.
You just gonna skip
Man.
over that.
Yeah, I thought. Well, you know,
What was the story you told
Well,
me?
this
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Well, this relative was straight, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Not as in-
it wasn't that impactful. It was just like, "What's up, bro? You
Right.
still owe me money."
It's for,
It
for,
was
for
like-
passing listeners.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, okay.
In the afterlife, all lives do not matter.
That's right. Only the ones you care about. That's really good.
I think you need to come do the racing circuit.
That is hilarious. Yeah, they be very surprised.
Wow, boy.
Did it at a bike rally.
Yeah.
Fucked them up.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard? There's a phrase you'll hear a lot. Ends with "good one."
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah. So, man, so I'm excited. I'm waiting, and then I asked them. They was like, "No, we're not gonna do they're not gonna do the anesthesia. We're just gonna give you the numbing shit. We're just gonna do that, numb your mouth up or whatever."
Novocaine.
Novocaine, yeah. So they numb it up, and they digging around. They take it out, all done. Get me stitched up. Cool, I'm ready. I'm all good. Sitting there, he do the X-ray. Come back up on the screen. He was like, "Oh man, I forgot something." So they had to go back in my motherfucking mouth.
Oh my god.
I
And
forgot.
now they forgot
wedding
something.
ring.
I had a. Like, oh man, your dignity is in that motherfucker. Get some of that integrity out of there. My bad. We ain't gonna leave you with this.
He left some tweezers in your mouth.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, that's what y'all.
I was thinking forceps. I was picturing Trey sitting there with those little handles sticking out of his mouth and the doc
That's why
going,
they just cemented
"Oh,
around
man."
it like a dude who fell in head first. Little kicking legs hanging out the concrete.
I gotta get my glove out that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's-
bad, dog.
What do you mean he forgot
Trey
something?
standing there with half a rubber glove hanging out.
I can't feel shit.
Yeah.
I can't feel that.
That Dennis got his pinky stuck in there.
That's my bad. You want some more pedophile? You want some more?
Damn you, got some. So yeah. So bro, I go. So I'm like,
This is why we don't allow live streaming.
yeah. Hey, cut the camera off. You can-
Fucking dropped an AirPod in your mouth.
Oh shit, he just waterboarded himself.
That's a Guantanamo
Guantanamo
Bay
Bay.
right there.
Did you come? No.
I can see now.
You can see that?
I didn't used to know.
And that is why the dentist's office is always empty.
I didn't realize it until I sat back. I was like, I can see my crotch. Look at that.
Good job, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Hey, welcome to the club. Again.
Wow.
Again.
Trey go pop a stitch.
Oh shit, that killed me just now. Oh my god. So he left something in there. He left a root in there. So he had to go back in, open me back up, which that shit did give me anxiety.
Yeah.
Cause it wore off. So now I can kind of, I'm feeling some pain,
Yeah.
like not
Pressure
just
in the
pressure. I'm
movement.
feeling that
Yeah,
shit, like, oh
totally.
man, what the fuck?
You finished the descent. You thought the plane had landed, and
yeah,
now
and they
you're
were
back
like,
in the storm.
Hey, y'all, we weren't supposed to
Yeah.
land.
Yeah, we gonna fly back through the storm real fast.
He
What's up,
left
D?
a root, like pulling a tooth. The important part that you get is the root. How you gonna leave the root? It's like you someone give you a cake. You take all the ice and go, I forgot to eat the cake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
called a cake.
So this is what
Well, his
happened.
cake was all broke up though in a bunch of
There you
different
go.
pieces.
And I had,
I had
it
that
was
happen.
3. It was like, so he got 2 of them out. and
This
then
is
he
like the
didn't
guy
feel
who
the other one.
cleans up after the landmines.
I can't get all the shrapnel.
That's
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean? We got everything
Yeah,
we could
so
out the wall.
That's why he did the X-ray and was like, oh shit. I was like, oh no.
They should X-ray it before they seal it.
No, he went back and checked it. Like when you leave a hotel room, you make sure you don't leave
Oh,
your
he
phone
found his charger. Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of. Oh,
Yeah, that was that last minute check.
I left my charger.
There was a
man.
glove hanging out of his mouth.
Hey, cleaning lady, could you open the room again? I
Yeah.
forgot something.
Yeah, but so he got it out there, and then I just.
So you were just you had to
Don't
you
call
were
in.
working this weekend at the
I worked
Improv.
this weekend at the Improv, and
Who were you with?
man,
Who were
this
you
is
with?
fun. I don't even think I just Fuck it, I'm just gonna
Okay, you
say.
don't- I mean,
so
you-
no, we good.
alright.
So I was this the first I never
Upside
featured
is if there's some fallout from it, you could just say they misheard you.
yeah, right. So
That was the pedophile talking.
Yeah.
that's all I'm talking. Yeah. So I never worked a weekend. Never
Right.
hosted, featured, nothing at the improv.
Yeah, no,
So it was
congratulations.
It was the first one ever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like, who am I with? And it was like Lil Sasquatch. Now, man, I don't know. Who
Is
the
he a
fuck
DJ?
that- No,
He's like an internet content creator
he
type.
He been
I don't know about his
he's
stand-up.
had over 500,000 followers on Twitter since he was 12 years old.
My posture just got good.
Right. So he's so I feel for him. Now get there, get whatever, get in there.
Since he was how old?
Go to me since he was 12. Yeah.
He's a child star.
But that's what tripped me out. He's a child star from the internet,
Right.
Which is
I
even
feel
more
kinda
fun.
Which
new.
is what every kid who's an unboxing child is gonna
okay,
be.
yeah. Which is so I never worked with somebody like that. It's like work. What you finna hang yourself?
Yeah, you just spell it out. Just,
500,000 followers.
I like how
where's the water?
I like right.
You ready for the Guantanamo Bay?
I'm ready for
And to meet the pedophile.
pedophile. Give me pull a tooth. I don't give a fuck.
You can tell I've stopped people from doing that several times. You finna hang yourself? All right, not right now. Yeah, I was very calm with that. Don't do that. Not right now. Come on, bro. Wait till I leave. Like,
Wait till the episode's
I'd rather
over.
find you. I don't want to support you.
I think I
through this.
changed my mind. I want a drink. Do you
Yeah,
have a
that's
glass?
So
I do a good job of making shit like that just stays in my peripheral vision and I can
Yeah,
ignore it
I didn't see
completely.
him doing
What
it.
were
Yeah.
you saying? That was
Just throw a sheet over me.
yeah.
Where's
he busy. He busy right now.
Plausible deniability, sir.
So
So tell me more about little fucking Sasquatch.
nah, but he's cool. He's cool. He's cool guy. You go in.
no doubt that he's cool.
Meaning like
Shit
what,
comics always on.
what's up, man? He not like I'm Lil Sasquatch.
Yeah,
he,
no
he tell
ego,
me his
yeah.
name. Hey man, my name's yada yada.
That's cool.
And yeah, he's
So you don't
real-
have to call him Sasquatch.
No, and he ain't on no wild
Or
shit.
Lil.
It's just
Right.
him and his buddy that he do stand up with. Like it's
Cool.
cool.
I,
He,
for the record, I can't fault that, man. If it's two dudes that are just buddies and they living it up on the road, I'm kind of you won.
but he got a big podcast on Barstools too.
Okay.
So that meaning that's
Yeah,
the so
That's the dad something.
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, boy dad, son of a
something
boy
like- he's
dad
son of a boy dad,
podcast.
something like
So
that.
he's doing okay.
So
Yeah.
he whatever.
Life's
He's
got
good.
great numbers.
But he's meaning he's chill for all of the
Yeah.
shit. Hey, how old you, man? 22. Been doing stand up 4 years. His buddy is 25. Been doing stand up around like 4 or 5 years. And I'm just sitting there like, well, I go, okay, hey man, I'm supposed to feature. They both go, oh great, right? Because they thought they was gonna have to. So right off the top, I'm like, oh, they thought they was finna have the 2-man
Right.
for the weekend. So I go, oh, all right. So we all right, man, we getting started, blah, blah, whatever. Go up first show. It's early, Friday early, 7 o'clock. So, you know, it's rocky. It's people just getting off work.
Yeah.
I do fine, like fine.
Who went up first?
The
friend?
guy he brought.
Okay.
The guy he brought. He goes up
Tiny
first.
Yeti.
Yeah, fine. He does okay. He does okay. It's okay. I go up. I do fine. Guy goes up. He gets through it. I
Yeah.
watch him. He gets through the set. But
Yeah.
I ain't been doing it that long, but I'm looking at him going, "Oh, you sound like you 4 years in."
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
this
Some of these
sounds-
jokes don't have endings. There's question marks where there should be periods.
Yeah, and a lot of it's wrapped in sort of 4 years in topic matter, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. There's
Right,
there's
guys?
only one or two
Yeah.
layers. Yeah. There's no
So-
depth.
But they cool. This how cool it is. I'm like, all right, y'all, we got through the shows. We get through the show. First and second show is about the same. I do different sets, blah, blah, whatever. Hey, y'all wanna hey man, I don't know if y'all smoke cigars, but I'm a cigar guy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he was like, oh yeah, we went to a cigar shop, blah, blah. They like smoking cigars. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna call my bitch and I'm gonna have her bring some and yada yada. I call, we go smoke at O'Connor's.
Mhm.
Bro, it starts fucking raining. Like I'm talking insane
I
amount of
remember
like,
Friday.
yeah, it's like insane rain out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? So they like, yeah. So he talking to me. He's like, yeah, man, I got some dates. I already got somebody for Denver, but the summer is supposed to pick back up. I want you to come and, you know, man, you could do some shows with us, man. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm feeling weird or whatever. The next night, we go, the Saturday first show, and I'm trying to remember. It goes fine, but whatever. The shows go fine, but it's starting to get
off. Yeah, it's off balance.
It's starting to be weird, and it's a lot of silence.
Are you throwing heat, or are you playing?
I'm trying to figure out, because I've been doing these kind of 45 and longer. So I'm like, all right, let me do an actual 20. Let me like try to put an actual solid 20 together. Mm-hmm. That's what I decided to do Saturday. Like this is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna like make it actually strong. So I go up, and while he's up, people are coming out of the bathroom, and they're like,
yeah,
that you know, the typical, if you do good as a middle shit, you know you should have been the headline, blah blah blah. One of the dudes, so the show ends, he's done. It was a lot of silence where Jessica and Bryson were like, "Who's on stage right now?"
Yeah, is
anybody
like,
it's
on
quiet.
stage right
they go,
now?
"It's quiet," and they go, "Who's up?" And it was like the headline. They were like, "Oh, okay." So all right, they get through it. So then I'm out there selling my shirts. This dude comes by and he goes, he walks by. He goes, "God bless you for saving the night."
Oh no,
real loud, bro. So I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, what happened in there?"
So awkward.
This is crazy.
I hate it.
So then, we get through the show. I smoke. Second show, this is when it gets kind of whatever. They come, they're like, "Raymond's here, blah blah." I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not even thinking about that. But I see Raymond. He come from out of the bathroom taking, I don't know. So, hey, what's up, man? Blah blah blah. I'm gonna watch blah blah all that shit. So go, and now I got because I've been in my head, so I'm like, I'm doing all bangers. I'm just gonna do everything is a close.
Right.
Everything I'm going up with. Man, I go up, man. I ain't gonna lie. I riff everything. Cook. It's a pretty good set. I get off. He's on stage. He's on stage performing. While he was on stage performing, while he was still on stage performing, he got about 20 minutes left. I started getting a line for people to buy my shirts while he was up. They was coming out of the show and was like buying shirts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Then while I was outside, this part chicken come. I'm outside smoking. I'm chilling. Chicken come running outside. Yo, somebody in the crowd just did a callback to one of your jokes while he was on stage. So, and he didn't watch me, so he had no idea what the fuck that they was even talking about.
Oh.
And man,
this is a terrible feeling if you're him.
Man, so
it's probably awkward to be you in that situation too.
A little bit, but it does feel like justice, right?
Yeah,
it does
this
feel.
Is the comedy gods writing the chessboard.
Yeah, I don't mean awkward that way. I just mean you're like the people are saying things and you're like, oh man, I thank you.
Well, the guy
you're
be
right,
like,
but I don't need to hear it in front of him.
The guy be like, "God bless you for saving it." That guy was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, write that shit on a napkin, bro. And
Yeah,
hand it to me.
Or
So
just
he's
buy
like,
a shirt.
loud.
Buy two.
So man, we get through the shit or whatever. That happens. Show ends. I go back in the green room with him, and I was like, "Yeah, man, it's a good weekend, fun, blah blah." Hey man, you know when you ever got them dates, man, just make sure you let me know. He go, "Yeah, just hit me up when you in New York." And then but everybody was like, "Yo, you fucking buried that guy." The last two shows, it was like quiet, like, but you know,
that's what I mean. How else was it gonna go? That's if they don't want that to happen, you got to bring the whole crew.
But I was very upset with myself because the first night I was like, I know I'm supposed to be burying this guy, and it don't feel like it feels like it's going.
But in your defense, you're getting your legs in that room. You know what I mean? How frequently do you work the improv? Right?
Often, but not like that kind of situation. Exactly.
So you're now there on a weekend. It's somebody else's crowd.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your feet. Let me do what. That's totally understand. You could have ramped it up faster, but past that.
But also he's selling tickets, right? Like
tickets, yeah.
So he's got a lot of people probably just were excited to see him, and just didn't realize that's not his main thing.
Yeah.
But once you figure out that the wall will crumble a little bit, you're like, I got to put my hand all the way through.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, this next, and I didn't give I didn't really care. That last show, I was like, I'm thinking about the show I got the next day. I'm like, fuck, I got to do fucking 90 minutes again. I'm like, all in my head, like, I need to do this, do that. I'm like, this is just 20 minutes. Like, I'm gonna just go up here and knock this 20 out. And I was like, all right. I ain't done this all weekend. Let's do this joke. I just mixed it all up.
That lazy
Bro.
20 will always
Yeah.
get you a lazy response. It just
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time I do it. Let me just go knock out 20 real fast.
Yeah.
I always leave sad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's that?
I gotta really like a dude or something. Something's gotta go. I don't pull up. I don't give a shit. Like, dude, if your dad died or something that weekend, I'll go light on you if I'm featuring for you. You know, like if something like that. But I don't pull up for motherfuckers, man.
No, I know what you mean.
I
No.
don't see it. I see it
No.
happening, and I'm like, I know this is going bad for
Right.
you.
Well,
That's a discredit to everybody,
That-
including them.
That said, though,
Right.
there's
I mean, I've lost gigs over it, but
there's different ways to play it though, right? If a
Okay.
dude goes up and is totally just himself in front of me and buried, I've told this story before. Mike Baldwin buried me that night, that first night in Tampa a decade ago. I just didn't watch his set. I was lazy. I did exactly what I'm talking about. I'll just go up and do my 50 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch his set, and his style was totally different. And I should have watched and segged out of it better.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't. He got me. But he did it by completely being himself. On the same note, I've had dudes go up and they'll make it hard for you by doing either 30 minutes of crowd work or 30 minutes of pander and applause break bullshit or
That's
something
different.
where you're like, man, you didn't really bury me. You just did all the cheap stuff.
the
Right.
hits.
Bro, I hate the 30 minutes of crowd work. It's like when I go up, they now think this is a
Yeah.
complete
Yeah,
audience
yeah, yeah,
participation show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. It's Calgary.
You almost have to address it. You have to go.
I do now.
Look, the talking part of the section show's over. You know.
So
I do
Calgary,
know. It's all open.
not this past time I did it, but the time before. The MC always does that time before you.
Mhm.
Well, he wasn't doing crowd work during his set up front, but when he came to do the spot in front of me, it was nothing but
Yeah.
crowd work, whatever. And so I
How
addressed
much
it with
time
him.
is it that he's doing?
It's like 10.
About 10, but he was
Okay.
going along with it because he's trying to get a
'Cause he's
laugh at
trying to
the
get laugh.
end.
Or
Yeah.
trying to get clips, which is what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't address it with the crowd. I addressed it with him. I was like, hey, bro, if you going to do that during your set, like, and then let the room get reset. You know what I mean? I was like, don't do fucking 10 minutes of crowd work and then bring me up and I got to
Right.
walk into this fucking romper room.
You
know what
should
I mean?
only be allowed to do crowd work in a stand-up comedy club if you have proven that you can do stand-up. There should be
yeah.
I'm very pro.
Hey, the kid was funny. His material was funny.
Okay. He was funny. Okay.
Yeah. So then he
Well, then
goes,
fuck off.
and-
Yeah.
No.
I'm joking.
He
My
does
point
it-
stands.
He does it again. He does it anyway. And then I was like, dude, like seriously, because before I get a word out, they're already at me. Whatever.
It just trains them that's okay.
So the next show, the guest spots do their thing or whatever. He walks right up. It was like, oh, we got some couples in here and blah blah blah. And he just like, and I walked up straight to the stage. I was like, blah blah everybody. And I took the mic right out of his fucking hand and I just started. And I just was like, yeah, no. I was like, dude, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna take the mic from you every time. I go,
Right.
don't complain. They're not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't.
The owner loves me.
And
So,
you should,
yeah.
you should at least split that though, right? If it's 10, well,
you're
do
doing- so
5,
you're-
whatever,
you're
but make sure
doing-
that last 5 is just jokes and you just reset the room to
Your
like an
job
hour
is to
listening.
finish this
Just do your-
set with
exactly.
structure.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Not this chaotic.
Yeah, it's
bullshit
just whatever
and
the
then-
fuck. Yeah, exactly.
So then Saturday night, and you'll know what it's like because we did it with a comic overseas, and he did the same thing. Saturday night, because I took the mic from him twice. The motherfucker goes up. He does his regular set up front. The spots go up. The spots go up. He's up. I'm waiting. Dude, he walks up, does material, does the best 3 jokes I've heard come out of this motherfucker's mouth the whole week.
Oh,
These jokes are fucking solid.
yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, that shit. Why are you doing fucking crowd work? That's your best shit. That's it. And he's like, yeah. He was, so that's better, right? And I'm like, no, it's way worse. You could have been doing this the whole fucking week. This is your job. What you're doing right now. This is what they hire you to fucking do. Come in, reset the room, hit them with fire, bring me up.
Wait, what do you mean it's way worse? What you mean? I'm
The
confused
fact
a little
that
bit.
you could
He'd
have
been
gone
hiding
up
that all
and-
week.
You could have gone up and done the most solid shit that you've written, period. But instead, you chose to go up and get clips and fucking comedian destroys heckler, blah blah blah. So the last show of the week, you're gonna do the set that the club and me wish you would have
Wish
fucking
you
done
would've
all
did.
week?
I got you. I see
The
where
shit
you're
that will
coming
get you fucking booked again?
from. Yeah, I see. What
Well,
you mean.
but most clubs just hire people, and then the owners of nobody shows up.
yeah, that's right.
Like
Nobody's
it's
there.
they're looking at a spreadsheet and making sure the bar numbers are up.
We're 78%
Yeah, we sold all the Bud Lights out
Bruh,
tonight.
the only time I've ever talked to Raymond was at another comedy club.
That's
hilarious.
that's
I
what
met him
mean.
at the Riot one
Yeah,
night
yeah.
after I did a
That's
set.
really
It-
funny.
We are peddling alcohol on a certain level. That's all they really give a shit about.
Yeah.
So we're over here with integrity and standards, and the show should be that no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Do crowd work, make
Yeah,
us
we got
laugh.
nobody
We-
to step in and mediate or just step in and validate
Yeah,
the point of
put a
the,
little
of it.
Bigfoot on the stage and
Well,
then
the
just
same
charge
part of
40
them not
bucks a
giving a
ticket.
fuck was that they're also not gonna give a fuck when I walked up and took the microphone from you two words in. 'cause
Right,
you
yeah.
pissed me
Right,
off.
right.
So that works in my favor too.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's
yeah.
also Canadian. Was he
Yeah.
gonna fight back? You were in where were you this week? California.
north of Sacramento.
You
Yeah.
took your country ass to Northern California.
Northern California
it's a
ain't
little
nothing
country.
but redneck.
Well, wait,
bro.
how north though? San Francisco north
No,
or further
north
north?
of 2 hours north of Sacramento.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
no.
envisioning. I was envisioning
it's a
San
little
Francisco.
town called Corning, and it's all First Nations and hillbillies. It's
Oh. Yeah.
nothing else.
No
bro.
beach.
No, like that's it. It's just that
Old
old.
funny. He gonna find him.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's wild, man.
If you got a brown yard, he gonna find him.
If you got
It just is. It just is that way. Like my people just it's wild, man. We got up. I didn't know how the numbers were doing at the casino, nothing, because this wasn't like my thing that
Right.
Pat Wilson booked me on it or whatever, And my day started with the best Uber driver I ever met in my life, bro.
All right.
That Saturday morning, after all the rain, it was still raining. It was like 5 a.m. I get up, I go outside my gate, lock my gate, wait for my Uber driver. He shows up in a Nissan Altima that's missing a passenger mirror. I'm like, I'm gonna make it to the I'm gonna make it to the
even if
airport.
y'all got to jump a
Those
railroad
ain't
track.
Ultimate Energy. Those things are tanks, bro. They're like they survive girls that wear scrubs. They're badass cars.
That's really good.
You know what I mean? They're
Yes.
tough.
That's
They're tough.
really
The
good.
girls with the round earrings and the
Yeah,
scrubs.
yeah, yeah.
That's
They drive
really-
Ultimas,
That's
bro.
exactly what
talking
they
about.
drive.
And
I've
never changed oil. That's
right.
I know I'm getting
Right.
to the airport.
Yes.
And when
Ty's bald in
I-
the motherfucker.
The guy.
So
guy's,
is she.
The guy's name was El Mustafa, and all he said to me in the time we left my house and to the airport
Sesame
was,
Street Muslim?
"Hi, Jetty." That's it. That's all he said to me that whole trip. And I popped a gummy and climbed in the back seat.
Wait,
And-
El Mustafa,
El Mustafa.
not Elmo Mustafa.
No, yeah, well,
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. I was like, you don't tickle that motherfucker.
all one name, El
A
Mustafa.
Sesame Street Muslim.
Sorry, it's my pronunciation. I probably butchered his
Yeah,
name.
you can't tickle them if they're wearing a bomb vest.
Yeah.
It's probably like Al somewhere else.
Yeah,
but-
Sunni day.
Sunny Day is hilarious.
Bro.
That's
This
really
ain't no, man. This dude's got like some spooky sitar music playing. You know, that ding dong ding.
He say hold on, Jay. Sunny Day is hilarious.
Come on, man. That's the best Sesame Street
Sunny
this
Day?
show has seen. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sunni Day. That is grade A,
Yeah.
scientifically sound. I don't care what you say. It is off.
Okay.
It is mathematically perfect, and I could not let us drive by without making a U-turn to see
Back to
those yard
Sunny,
toys.
Sunny
It was
Day.
a nice
That's really
Christmas
good.
day
That's really fucking funny.
extravaganza they put together.
Yes, that's funny.
Anyway, you're in Corning.
Well, I was headed. Yeah, I got. So I
Oh,
crawled,
you're in the Uber.
I crawled in the back of this thing. I popped my gummy.
Yeah.
I'd already smoked on the back porch. So, I just like to be relaxed for the flying.
Okay.
And I just climb in the back seat. I've got one bag. I'm traveling light. Right.
Right.
The back windows got so much purple film on them. It's like wavy. You can't see. It's like cruising
Oh,
through.
looks like you
Houston.
got polarized glasses on.
Yeah, it's like cruising through Houston at 5 a.m. in a psychedelic dream.
Mm-hmm.
Sitar music's going. I'm stoned. He's driving like Dale called him home. You know what I mean? This dude's up 59. She's just cutting people. Bro, He cut off a cop on Will Clayton. He cut off a HPD officer that was dicking around on Will Clayton, and I made a dad noise. I was like, "Whoo!" And this motherfucker just laughed and dropped me at the wrong terminal and drove off. I saved his name. Like, I hope I see you again, El Mustafa.
How do you
Yeah,
give
bro.
somebody 6 stars?
Yeah, I gave him 5 stars and a fat tip. Like, that's the best trip I ever had, bro.
That's so funny.
And then I walked to Terminal E from Terminal C.
I hate that fucking walk. God, I hate it.
I get to Sacramento, whatever, everything's delayed. My flight to Denver's delayed. Then I get to Denver. It's supposed to be a 3-hour layover. That turns into a 4.5-hour layover in Denver. It's blizzard, snowing, crazy. And we had looked at the weather the day before. It was supposed to be like 60. There's a blizzard happening. We take off. We get on that plane to go to Sacramento. I get stuck in a group of boomers, about 17 boomers from Norfolk, Virginia. They're going on a skiing trip in Tahoe. And they terrified me about getting old because I love boomers. I was raised by boomers. They used to be cool. They used to listen to the Rolling Stones and Leonard Skinner.
Pink
and now
Floyd, yeah.
they can't send a Facebook message. And it's I don't know what's happening to them. You know what I mean? And the ringleader of them, Chuck, first they get on. They're all in a group chat, but they're all telling each other what they're sending each other in the group chat.
That's fucking
bro.
hilarious.
And then the ringleader, Chuck, he gets on the phone with his daughter back in Virginia. We're sitting on the tarmac for an hour waiting to get de-iced. He's telling her everything that's wrong with this operation. He's apparently an aviation expert. And he's telling her everything that's wrong with it. They're wasting fuel and all this sort of very loudly. He's got 2 hearing aids. Neither one of them work. He's on a speakerphone. Now he's telling her where all the people are sitting on the plane in great detail. And then he goes, and Tom's sitting by this great big bearded fella, but we don't know him. And I'm like, you left out unlucky. You forgot an adjective. So I listen to them. We take off, we land, but I've learned about Gouda cheese. I've learned about so much crap. I forgot my AirPods at home.
Oh,
Jerry. I get to Sacramento. Driver picks me up, big old Mercedes van. It's nice. He's like, man. He goes, I drive everybody from Quiet Riot to Rodney Carrington. Get in the back, do your thing, bro. I got you. He's the coolest driver ever. I love this guy, Mike Olszewski. He's
better than Elmo?
He's good, man. He's driving his big old Mercedes van.
Mike's been pumping C-level celebrities around.
We're going, I thought it was a weird flex. It was a weird flex. But then he also told me about David Spade. Like he had some cool stories,
Okay.
So he's driving. We're going up North California. I've never been in this part of California. There's mountain, coastal range over here.
Right, yeah.
A lot of shit to look. I'm like, I'm off the plane. This is cool. Where are we going? And he's like, it's Rolling Hills Casino. I'm like, cool. And then all the hills stop and all the mountains stop and it gets flat as shit and we get to this Indian casino.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Irony.
That's also a truck stop and a shooting range, and they have a horse racing thing, equestrian center.
Is it a like an actual building or is it inflatable?
No, it's actual buildings. There's a North Tower, there's a South Tower, there's all that good stuff. It's a full-on casino in the middle. And then the room's beautiful. It's Carlino's Comedy Club. They got 210. I walk in. They are so happy to see me. Thank you so much for coming. You know what I mean? They're rolling out the red carpet. Wonderful people. Coming there, the lady goes, you're sold out. Everybody's excited to be here, and we got people we had to turn away. So we're psyched.
Nice.
We're so
Let's
glad
go,
you came.
baby. Brown yard.
I'm like, yeah, man. That's it. But so,
yeah.
but
That's what
now
Reckon
it's like 6 o'clock because of all the delays and the 2-hour drive there. And I thought I was going to have time to kind of like decompress, hang the suit up, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
So, and they're like, here's your food vouchers. We have a steak place and there's a fat burger there. I was like, I never had a fat burger. I'll go try a fat burger. So I go.
Love them.
Can I ask one thing? Were you texting them and letting them know this delay? Or
Was
whatever?
their driver?
Oh,
yeah.
so he knows. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was talking to I had Pat had given me his phone number and stuff, so I was trying not to screw this guy's day up. So I was like, "Hey, this 30-minute delay turned into a 2-hour delay, so I'm not gonna get there to then."
Okay.
And he was cool, and he like took me there. So they're treating me. I go to the Fat Burger.
Okay.
Should have known that's probably where my people would be.
Oh.
And the casino.
Yeah.
Didn't think about it. Just went there, ordered, was going to go sit down and eat.
Yeah.
Just kind of
that's how I'm on. To yourself.
unpop from
They were either
a
going to
lot
be
of
there or the $5 blackjack table.
And then it was just all of a sudden it was just people coming by, and I was like, I got a mouthful of fat burger, and I'm like, oh, I just want to. All right, so I ate real quick. I go back to my room. I sleep for like 30 minutes. Wake up to the alarm. Go out there. It's packed. The opening comic, fantastic young man, Dustin Woods, hilarious. He's been doing it like 10 years. He's great. The second guy, been doing it long, 20 years. Feature act, Toby Hicks out of L.A. Hilarious, man, dude, just rock and rolled. I went up. They were ready. It was PG-13.
Okay.
Beautiful. 50-minute set.
Right.
None of the record. All this new stuff. I've expanded so many of these bits, and it's really getting to stretch them out, work it out.
Cooking, yeah.
It's incredible. I'm feeling great. Like, oh man, this is awesome, man. I can get used to this. Go back to the hotel. Go have a couple drinks with the feature. We go out to Center Bar, and you sit out there where people see you, and you never buy a drink. You know what I mean? People are just coming by, dropping you off drinks. And
I missed a lot of flights because of that.
Talking to people, enjoy. I was good, but I was off my time. I was 2 hours off, so it was like midnight there, and I was feeling like it was 2 a.m. And I was like, Toby's good. Network, hang out, and
so let me ask you: when you feel when you back like that because it's early, it's 12. But your body's on 2 a.m. When you see it's still early, do you go, I'm gonna retire early, or you shit, I'm gonna go 2 more hours?
No, well, I used to be that guy, but I'm 46 now. Now I'm like, I gotta catch a flight tomorrow because I thought there was a flight happening. You know.
Okay.
So,
Nothing's worse than waking up for that 6 a.m. flight
and it wasn't
and
even
it not taking off till 11.
It wasn't
and
even that bad, but my body was a little beat and I was tired, so I got up. I said, "Hey, where's the gym?" And they're like, "The gym?" I was like, "Do you have like a fitness center?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it's really small." And I go, "Well, okay, as long as there's some weights or something, I can go work out and get me a workout in." Man, I walk all around this casino. I find this fitness center, and it's a room about a third of the size of Slade's living room. Yeah. And there's one treadmill and one elliptical machine, and I'm not sure when they've ever been touched. And they're clean, but they don't look like they've ever been used.
Right.
I was like, all right, let's say I do me a little workout, whatever. I go back. It's pouring rain, cow pissing on a flat rock rain. So you don't want to go outside and look at nothing, You know what I mean?
Okay, but picture.
That splatter.
You know what I mean?
I got it.
Yeah. You're from
I don't know why.
I never heard that.
I've never seen all those objects occurring at the same time.
I've never seen this act.
Yet, I can 100% tell you you're very accurate.
I got you.
I understood.
I go to the casino. I don't gamble, so I just.
But if someone were to see that in real life,
right,
they should be that cow is casino raining
all
over there.
It's raining like a casino in North Carolina. I forgot which sea state I was in.
Yeah,
it's cool. Whatever. I get up. I get them at the buffet. That's where I win. The house don't win at the buffet. I go out there. I don't gamble. Bro. You give me a free buffet voucher, you fucked up.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody's walking away a winter day. It's me. My pile of eggs and bacon. I
Chicken pot committed.
Driver shows up. He's like, "You ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Let's do this. I'm gonna be there an hour and a half early to get through security because I was." Bringing some stuff back with me that I just wanted to make sure I was going to get through security, no problems.
Right, a fat burger.
Yeah. A couple fat burgers tucked away in my suitcase.
Quarter ounces of fat burgers.
Quarter ounce of fat burgers.
Great Sublime album.
So I'm walking through there, and I've taken some liberties and prepared myself and for whatever the security in Sacramento. Remember the time you and me went to the airport and I had your boarding pass and a guy looked at a picture of you and decided I was okay?
Yeah.
And let me through? In Sacramento, they probably would have stopped you and not me. Like, it was so bad. Like, I walked into that airport. They're like, our X-ray machine's down. Okay. Do I need to take? No, your shoes. Yeah, they're fine. Why'd you look at them? What were you looking at?
I respect that though, man. I trust. I would rather TSA not use any of that equipment. I'd rather we just walk by them and they go yeah or no.
Yeah, I would trust it more.
That's what I mean.
She goes, do you feel like taking your hoodie off? I go, not really. She goes, okay, it's okay.
That is spoken like a guy who does not look like a drug dealer.
I run
they
into
gotta
problems
look at me
everywhere.
and decide, yeah or no. I'm back to showing up 2 hours early for every motherfucking
And how
flight.
much am I gonna get by? It's kind of like waiting until the drunk dudes leave the bar.
Oh yeah,
and
we
then
fly
going
together.
home.
Here, Slade, take all my shit.
They jack with me for whatever reason. I'm a target. I hadn't figured it out yet. But
I figured it out, but I'm like,
yeah,
this
all
is-
the time.
I never understand. It's like, dude, if you are smuggling drugs and you look like me, you're a shitty drug smuggler.
Yeah, I think with me, it's because I'm their non-profile quota for the day, like to keep them from looking like they're profiling. Yeah, I walk through, they're like, oh, if we search that guy, nobody's
why-
going to accuse us of shit.
It's not racist.
That's
See,
why
you
they
are.
search those old women. That's why they search those
I'm
old women.
the it's not racist guy.
You're
I
the,
go
you're,
there,
you're the
they're like,
I got
no,
two
we're-
black friends guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Step
we
over here,
search
sir. We're
everybody.
going to search you. We ain't going to have crap.
All
We ain't got no
suitcases
paperwork,
matter.
Don't worry.
In the afterlife.
They get through all it's fine. There's not a lot going on in the Sacramento airport. There's a
Affirmative
coffee
action.
shop. There's a coffee shop, a vegan food shop,
Okay. You
and a bar. I went in there. I just wanted. I was like, they had a burrito, and I was like, oh, I'll get a burrito, and it was just beans and stuff. And I was like, well, I guess I'll pass on that burrito.
Hey, dude, some vegan places, because most of them suck, but some of them like overcompensate with seating. They're like, look, we know we're serving you shit, and some places I've had some vegan shit that is amazing. Where they're just like, look, we're gonna season this up.
Hey, if you put enough MSG in something, you can make it taste good.
I've
you know?
had some food that didn't have meat in it that was amazing. The minute you call it vegan, that shit becomes stupid. to
Right?
me.
You just
That's,
immediately
it
check
just
out.
make
And
me
I-
a good dish.
It was called Freshie. That's so it was just everything was beans and mushrooms and crap.
It's just
and,
the names of they shit, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is an impossible burger where it shouldn't be.
That's
No.
exactly.
Beyond
Just
meat.
take the last part
Yeah.
off. Just stop lying. Just
Beyond
say,
meat sounds like bologna. Like
Yes.
it's not like I mean, like
yeah,
This
what,
is a
why
loaf of
wasn't Veggie
vegetables we
Burger
put
good
on
enough?
bread.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just say that. Just say that's what you're doing.
But
You know
say
what I
what-
mean?
vegan
Why-
ribs.
Why wasn't Veggie Burger good enough?
Why wasn't
Now,
veggie burger?
now it's
good
got to be
enough?
impossible.
Don't call it a
meat.
burrito when
It's
it's full of
beyond.
shiitake. You know what I mean? Like that's not a burrito, bro. That's
Well,
a
you
mushroom
can't
wrap.
put the word vegan in front of an actual animal or an actual animal part.
That's goofy.
That's the
You
when
right.
you say vegan ribs or vegan
feel you on
chicken
that.
nuggets,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you should be Spartan kicked off the
blasphemous.
building.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm even eating healthier, and I didn't see nothing there. I was like, well, I ain't gone that
They're
far
freshies.
yet.
So-
you know what I mean?
So you fresh it up.
We try to flight gets high winds, right? I told you it's super high winds. Flight's getting delayed. Get out on the jet walk. The jet walk is moving like this.
Because of you or because of the wind?
That's what I'm like. I get real still for a minute, and everything's still
Make sure.
moving. I'm like, all right. And there's these white ladies in front of me, and they're terrified, right? Because they're squealing every time this thing's moving. And all I'm thinking is, I don't want to die on this runway. If I fall out of a jetway and die like that, you know what I mean? Like,
That's not even a good
hey,
story.
do they
That's
still call
not-
it a? Do they still call it an airplane crash?
No,
Do
you don't.
they still call it-
You don't get a Buddy Holly legacy
I know.
if you die getting on the plane.
Yeah, get-
that's not.
I remember
no.
the day Jerry fell.
You gotta actually no, Leonard Skinner. You gotta actually. You can't Leonard Skin your knee. You
Yeah.
gotta actually fall.
Get on that flight, they take off. It's like a roller coaster, bro. Just up
Bro,
and down and scary and terrifying. And they bring out drink service, and it's like a 2-hour flight. And an hour and 30, they can finally walk around enough to do drink service. And they're back there doing the drinks, and they're almost to me. And the lady goes, "Do you want anything?" I go, "Do you got Jack Daniels?" And she goes, "I do." I go, "Can I have 2 of them?" And she goes, "Yeah." She hands them to me. She goes, "Let me get your seat number." And the pilot goes, "Flight attendants, to your jump seats. Buckle in. We're about to have a rough flight." Like this pilot has been so honest from the minute we got on this plane. He's like, "Guys, I'm not going to turn the seatbelt sign off. We got a rough day ahead of us." You know, just very.
Yeah.
He's not mixing words. He wants everybody, and it's rowdy. You know,
Like too honest. I'll be honest. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
I was
not-
waiting
Shit.
for that message when we were coming into Denver.
Hey, y'all
and the
remember that plane
was
when the door
jumping.
flew off? I flew that motherfucker.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna put our chances at 40-60
Yeah,
right
You know
now.
the wings are making that noise, that like
Flight
breaths.
attendants, you're gonna want to take your jump seats. Anybody who's paid for alcohol, we're gonna refund your
Yeah.
credit card so that your spouses can put it towards your burial.
I called that Captain Sully dude and said, "Hey, how did you land? 'Cause I need help."
I need some advice. You ever
Yeah.
try that on snow? Is it like water? Does it, you know, we land, whatever. we're all shook. We come off that plane.
It
We're
was a rough one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Touchdown like Eddie the Eagle.
Then I thought I missed my flight to Houston because we were so late on that one, but luckily that flight's delayed too.
Right.
And then so now my flight to Houston, I'm getting back at like 1:30, 2 in the morning. So I got to wait in Denver airport some more. But when I go to get on, I'm always an aisle seat, so I'm always boarding group 5. I'm always the last on the plane. They're like, "Oh, we're all out of room for carry-on. You're gonna have to check your bag." And every time I've ever checked a bag, it's not gotten where I need it. This is my suit, my boots, and I'm like, "No."
Side note, them fucking boots were
Aren't they?
fantastic.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Those
I've got
are
so
nice
many
ass
compliments.
boots, dog. Nice ass
Them
boots.
Diamond Gym 9000s are bad as hell, bro.
Nice
What
ass
animal?
Python.
Python.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, but go ahead.
Yeah, they're fake. They're definitely fake. It's Python print.
Python inspired.
Python the band.
Yeah. They look good, bro. They're comfortable actually, man.
you
They
feel
feel
good,
good.
though?
Oh,
It's
Hell
Python
yeah.
with an
I
eye.
won't wear them everywhere now, bro. I walk around in them son of 50s.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's why I want them to take I just got them boots.
just got these
you
boots.
know, like
Yeah.
y'all gonna lose them, you're gonna crush them, you're gonna do something terrible.
Yeah.
And they got a crease. I ain't happy about it, but we're working to it. They but I go down there and there's this guy standing at the bridge and I'm like, what? I'm getting hot. I'm heated. I'm pissed. Me and this lady at the gate done had a conversation,
Okay.
and she pissed me off so bad. She said, well, if you're not happy about it, you could just book another flight. I was like, yeah, never mind. I bought this ticket a month ago.
United.
But I'm supposed
Yeah, they're cocksuckers.
I'm like, I'm supposed to buy another flight. Y'all are the ones that late, can't get anywhere all the time. And she goes, okay, sir. And she just wrapped the tag on my. So,
They're hot garbage. Fly anyone but them.
yeah. I go down there.
Delta.
Now, this guy, I kind of like, why are they telling us there's no room? And he's like, man, I don't even work. He's ground crew. He's got a beanie on. He's out in the cold. I'm being a dick. And I'm like, man, never mind. So I go to get on the plane. I'm just like, accept this. This is what's happening. Whatever. You just need you hadn't had nothing to eat because of the freshies. You mad? Right? Like, I know my blood sugar's up. I know I'm mad. I know.
The freshies sound like something you catch when you ain't ate. Like, it's like, I got a bad case.
I ain't
of Freshies.
diabetic, but I got blood sugar issues. You know what I mean? Like,
The freshies.
my blood sugar's up. I'm hot.
Yeah.
And I walk onto this plane, and there's like 4 empty bins. And there's already like 6 people behind me, and this nice flight attendant who was on my flight to Denver, and she was lovely, and they're not nice anymore, and she was nice, and I'm like, what? But I pop. I'm like, what? There's open space here. Why my bag going on the plane? You know, and I'm just trying to make sense of this. And she's like, I don't know, sir. We didn't tell them we were out of space. We don't know what they're doing this for. I was like, can I go get my bag? She's like, yeah. So then I got to try to squeeze me past 6 people in the middle
Upstream.
of a thing.
You got to salmon it up there.
And I'm hot, and I'm rubbing my butt in people's faces, and I'm trying to get back to my bag,
Yeah.
and it's gone. And that dude standing there, and I go, and I really, when I turned around, all those people were staring at me. And I was like, bro, I told you, this ain't how you go viral. You already do that. You don't need to go viral this way. It's not good for your image. This could cost you some money. You need to.
They got to bring 9
You need to
dudes in throw you
de-escalate
off
quick,
a
you know.
United
And
flight.
I looked at that, and I was already feeling bad and I didn't say like cuss to this girl or anything, but I was
I know
feeling
what you
bad
mean.
about the way I was like came at her,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's not. I'm a big dude. That's frightening,
Right.
you know. I'm like, that's not cool. And so I tell this guy, I'm like, hey man, really sorry the way I spoke to you all ago. I know you're just doing your job. I was hot, and it don't have nothing to do with you. It's all on me. And he's like, no, I get it, bro. He's real cool. Shakes my hand, so I'm like de-escalating, right? I go to sit in my seat. But I'm trying not to pop. There's this little Houston shithead sitting beside me in the middle seat. And he's all of 5'7", but he's sitting with his elbows out like this, and his legs spread out like this. And I'm real on planes. I try to suck it in, hold myself, so I know where my space is. So I'm not trying to. But this dude keeps, like, I sit down, I'm hot, and he keeps kind of like rubbing his elbow keeps hitting me, and I'm like, bro, you're on my part of the armrest too, you know, like your leg is over here. So I like moved my leg, and he like stiffened up his leg. So what he did, I just kicked it over to the side until it was under his seat, and then I put my foot down I put my foot down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done, bro. I outweigh you. This is a mass versus
I'll look
density
him dead
problem.
in their eye while I do it too. Just
And then I had my hands together like this, and I just every time he poked me, I let my arms relax and let my gut, let my stuff, I expanded. You know what I mean? The whole time, I'm just laying there, my eyes closed, and I could hear him every once in a while. And I knew he had already said something to somebody next to him, and I could tell he was drunk. And I knew this dude was lit. Okay. And I was like, you're about, you're getting yourself excited. I'm trying to de-escalate, and he's escalating himself over. I could hear it in him, and I'm like, all right, bro, that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. Seems like a dumb way to get kicked off a plane. And I just relaxed more. And he's like, and I could tell he needs to get up and go to the bathroom. We're in there, and I just pretended to be asleep, right? Just passive aggressive as shit. And I'm taking it out on somebody now. Mm-hmm. Like, you've given me a person, and he does this, like, I see him, like, looking at me in the dark and looking me up and down, and, like, he does this,
thinking,
like,
can he get around you?
Like, if your arm's out here, he does this little.
Little pat, yeah, timid touch.
And I go, hey, what's up, buddy? And he goes, hey, if you don't mind, I need to go to the restroom. I'm like, cool. So he goes to the restroom. I sit back down, pretend to go to sleep. It's dark. I'm like, I'm gonna make him wake me up because I wanted to size. I hadn't seen him so far except through my peripheral, and I wanted to size him up good. And after I saw him upright, I was like, okay, shoot more. What are you doing? And so I just pretended to be asleep again. So now he's got to come back to the bathroom. Same thing, staring at me. He's looking around for like a flight attendant, somebody to help him. He fight because I go, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, no problem. So I'm like being nice. I've decided in my mind at this point that if he escalates, because he's clearly pissed off. He's clearly, I can read his body language. He's kind of, jerky and stuff. And I'm like, all right, bro. He's asked the flight attendant for 2 Jack Daniels. She wouldn't give them to him because she can tell that he's
cut off on the plane.
Yeah,
because he's 19.
And I already know, but he's just. I can just tell he's just full of beans and bus tickets over there. He's ready to go, And now I've decided, like, you don't need to be on video fighting a little guy.
Was he pissing on a flight ride? God damn. I'm writing down all this shit.
What happens when you beat up this kid from Cleveland, Texas, though?
I'm just like, this little dude, if I get in a fight with him, there's no win, right? If me and him get in a tussle, the video's going to look bad. Yeah. It's just not going to look good. So I've decided in my head, if he starts some crap the minute we get off his plane, or he starts some crap at me, I'm just going to hug him, right? I'm just going to run up, bear hug him, and just go planes, trains, and automobile John Candy on him so that he looks like the asshole if he takes a swing. Because then if you get your ass beat by John Candy, you're just the worst person in the world. John Candy don't hit people. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, now I'm just grinning and just relaxed and cool. And he's... And he goes, man, and I go, man, neither one of us wants to go to jail tonight. Do you want to go to jail tonight or the hospital? One of us is going to go to jail or the hospital. Don't let that whiskey make a bad decision. And I whispered it in it like right when he said, man, I leaned over and whispered. I had it ready, whispered that in his ear, and his posture changed. He went, it deflated him, and I was like, all right, cool. But then he was still kind of grumpy. So when the flight ended, I was ready. I was like,
look at you.
Start some shit in the jet walk. I'm gonna hug you in front of everybody. I'm just gonna grab you and John Candy you. Right
Was your bag there when you got off?
It was. Man, it was so pimp, dude. Because that's like the flight attendant. I apologized to her when she was doing the drink service. She come by, and I had already decided I was going to John Candy this dude, and I had de-escalated myself, and I felt really bad because she'd been so nice to me the day before. I go, hey, I'm really sorry for the way I spoke to you earlier, and I was really rude and out of line, and I just want to apologize to you. And she's like, no, you weren't rude at all. And I was like, well, either way, I felt like I was being rude. I'm sorry. And she goes, no, I get it. I travel through United all the time. So, and she was totally cool. I'm going to get off the plane. I don't got a bag, so when the plane stops and the seatbelt sign comes off, I just jump up, right, and just head up to the next where the bathrooms are. She's standing by the bathroom in the jump seat, and she goes, Jerry. I go, yes. Hey, how are you doing? She goes, check your email. I sent you something in your email. I go, what? She goes, you were just so sweet, and I felt so bad about it. They know they can get your stuff from your seat number. And I was like, oh wow, okay, because that got weird and stalkery for a minute. It kind of scared me, you know. And and I said, well, you were on my flight. She goes, I remember. And she was just totally nice. And she was like, I sent you something in your email, and it's just a voucher. I felt bad for you. You're having this bad experience, and you were so sweet. You remind me of my brother. I get this all the time. You remind me of my brother's friend. I remind everybody of their brother's best friend. And that's what she's like.
I don't even have a brother, but I was going to say the same thing.
She reminds me of my brother's best friend. I was like, cool. We get to chat, and she was like, what'd you go to Sacramento for? I said, well, I had shows at the casino. I do stand-up comedy and stuff. And she's like, oh, my God, I've seen you or whatever. And we talk about that stuff. And she goes and follows me on Instagram. And I was like, well, if I'm ever doing a show anywhere near you, send me a message, and I'll get you. She's engaged to a dude.
Right.
I was like, I'll get y'all some passes to come out to the show.
I'll send you a voucher.
I'll get y'all some passes. Come out to the show, have a good time, that kind of stuff, and whatever. So I'm way de-escalated.
Yeah.
And I come off the plane and walk down to the baggage claim. This dude done promised me my bag was going to get on the plane. That dude I had that conversation with. More good karma. My bag's the first bag on the baggage claim coming around. I snatch it up, walk out, grab Uber. Worst Uber driver in the world. Didn't shut the fuck up from the minute we left the airport after it took him 20 minutes to get to me because he kept getting lost at the airport. Got home near 3 a.m. But
you made it.
Yeah, and I didn't get in a fight.
That's Jerry.
It's an anticlimactic story, but
no, but you're an ambassador for how I should behave. We've got stuff. We're gonna have to get to the rest of this stuff on the next episode. Specifically, a Sam Damaris story. Lots to talk about. We missed your birthday. You.
Anyway,
Trey always goes there.
I'm just saying you should have. She fucking got you a voucher.
Bro, the minute women
gave her a little meal ticket.
The minute women are nice to me, I got a wife. You know what I mean? I don't play around.
Fuck Jerry and somebody else gonna fit in that bathroom?
Right, come on.
Don't fuck on the plane. They clean it.
There wasn't room for his bag.
Dude, I will tell you this: traveling 60 pounds lighter from Africa. A whole different experience.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for one seatbelt extender.
I'd
all
love to go to Africa with this you.
Yeah,
Jerry,
I'd probably only be 20 yards behind you now.
Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson, that's Sam Damaris next to me. Chicken, you good? All right, we're checking.
You
want
to go back to Africa with Jerry? That's crazy.
I know. Back to Africa too. Slade and Jerry. It's the weirdest buddy cop movie ever. Yes. Just us in a beat up Ethiopia taxi. That's last minute ring in from Trey Tutson. We'll see you guys on another episode soon.
I believe in good whiskey.